Hello everybody and welcome back. The American Rescue Plan has finally been signed into law and we can start putting to action everything we've been talking about over the last few months here on this channel. And if you don't follow this each and every day, you could possibly lose and miss out on some key piece of information, whether it's PPP, EIDL, or within your stimulus checks or unemployment, right? Today is March the 17th. Happy Wednesday, everybody. I hope your afternoon is going well. This is your daily stimulus report on your first, second, and your third stimulus check. We're going to zoom in on the third stimulus check here for this video. We're going to discuss unemployment, big changes in PPP. The House voted on some things with the deadline extensions. We have your updates there. And of course, new things happening in the world of the SBA for the EIDL program. So let's get straight into your news. Hello everybody, I'm Edward Bilder. To all my loyal subscribers out there, welcome back to another video. And if you're joining us for the first time today, welcome. Consider becoming a subscriber. I'm going to dive straight into stimulus checks, okay, because there was a hold up on some checks out there, a lot of confusion, and people were very frustrated over this. Now, millions of you have already received your electronic checks from the stimulus payment, the $1,400 times however many dependents you have out there, times another $1,400. So big checks are going out this time. So millions of you have already received your money, but some big banks were holding up the funds. I know it created such frustration with many people out there claiming that these big banks are going to earn all this interest on the billions of dollars that are going through. But the banks like Chase and Wells Fargo came out to announce that they could only issue the checks to you, release the funds, based on the effective date that the SBA, or based on the effective date that the IRS placed on the checks. Okay, now that should be cleared up today because that effective date was the 17th. So everybody out there, you should be celebrating if you were held up in this delay, okay? So let's talk about paper checks and debit cards here for a minute. Now, roughly 7 million or so letters are being sent out from the SBA each day containing paper checks or debit cards, okay? There really is no indication to who's getting a debit card and who's getting a paper check. It could be so random that maybe they have one department working on one thing and the other department working on the other thing, and they're just trying to get the checks out as fast as possible to the tune of 7 million a week. Okay, that's a lot of checks. So be careful that you don't throw away your debit card. Okay, it'll have like the seal from the Treasury on the outside envelope, but the debit card itself, man, you don't want to make the mistake of accidentally throwing away your $1,400 or your $1,400 times whatever that dependent multiplier is, right? It could be a really large debit card that you're just chucking in the mail. So there is ways to fix it if you do mistakenly throw this thing away. And you could track all of this on the IRS's website. I'll put a link in the description that you could walk through a few steps to figure out if your payment is on its way. Let's jump over to unemployment because there still seems to be a lot of confusion about this, a lot of questions still appearing on my channel about the $10,200. Like, what exactly is that $10,200 and how does it benefit me, okay? So this means, and I'm just going to give an example here to help explain it. This means, let's say in 2020 you filed for unemployment and you were paid from unemployment $20,000. I'm just throwing a number out there, $20,000. Well, before this law went into place, you would have had to pay taxes on $20,000. It's anywhere between 27 and, I don't know, 36% of tax, okay, that you would have to pay in. All right. Now, what it means now is with the new law, deduct from $20,000, $10,200. That'll result in about $9,800. You're only going to have to pay taxes on that $9,800 now. Okay, that's how this works, all right? So it really brings your burden down on what you owe back into taxes. Now, if you've already filed your 2020 taxes before this law came out, the IRS announced publicly, do not go and amend it. They're going to make this easy for you, okay? So just wait. They're working through the guidelines, and they're going to put some kind of easy mechanism in because, boy, there was like 40 million people last year who applied for unemployment. Huge numbers. And the IRS is already preparing for all the people that filed that need amendments, and they're going to make this easy for us. If you've already done so, you could support the channel by tapping the old like button. Every time you hit the like button, YouTube recommends this to more and more people out there who really need to hear the message. You can also share us on your Facebook or Twitter and help spread it that way as well. And of course, we have other videos on building wealth strategies through passive income, royalties, the stock market, and real estate. If you hit the notification button, you could get alerted of when these videos come out. Big news in EIDL world for the SBA, okay, because Isabel Guzman has been confirmed, okay, fantastic, because she is out boasting that, big loan forgiveness should be applied, 6 months of working capital. She talks a lot of big game for small business, okay, and a lot of support for all the pandemic-related items like forgiveness of things. So We're excited to see what her term is going to do here for us. Just a reminder that the new law is bringing $15 billion in additional funds. $10 billion will go one way to $10,000 grants to service priorities 1 and 2, and $5 billion will go the other way to $5,000 grants for supplemental payments. Okay, this is in addition to the $10,000, so you could get up to $15,000, or you could see another $5,000 for either new applicants. Now we're awaiting on the guidelines to come out from this, which is why it's exciting that Guzman has finally taken the chair here, because this should really speed up the process on a lot of these things that have kind of been stuck in limbo between not having a person sitting in the chair. Big news, big announcements on EIDL. If you are filing your 4506T for the targeted advanced grants and you have not had your 2019 taxes completed yet, this could actually create a denial for you, okay? Because the SBA is using 2019 taxes, the transcript, to verify all of your information is accurate. And if it's not there, it's going to signal back that it doesn't exist when that 4506T reaches the SBA. So a couple things you can do before you submit your 4506T. Notice in the top corner of your portal for the application process that there's a deadline for your submittal. Just reference that deadline and try and get your taxes in, the 2019 taxes in, before the end of that deadline, and then send your 4506T. This way you could get make sure you get yourself approved for this full balance of your $10,000. I'd hate to see it lose out on that full balance. I also announced 3 glitches on this channel here, 2 of which we're finding ways to solve. So check out my videos on glitches. Here's one video right here. It's a really simple glitch. All you have to do is click an extra box, and if you haven't done it, your application has not yet been submitted. So go check that video out. You don't want to lose out on missing $10,000 just for clicking a simple little box, okay? And the other glitch is going to be a little bit more work, but you're going to have to submit an email to the SBA, and they will get this glitch fixed for you. All the information is contained there of what you need to ask the SBA, so you're not confused of what you need to ask. We did it for you here. Just pop that into your email and send it off to the SBA, and they'll be able to fix this for you, okay? Okay, let's dive over to the big news in PPP, and I don't want any confusions here, okay, because the current deadline today, as of right now, is still March 31st. But what happened today in the House is pointing towards an extension of this deadline, okay? No confusions. The deadline is still March 31st. So if you have not applied yet, and you could apply with your gross, get out there and apply. Now, the next steps, this bill will reach the Senate, get voted on there, and then reach the president's desk and be signed into law. And then this official deadline will be extended. And let me explain to you what the deadline is. May 31st will be the new deadline to get all of your applications submitted to the SBA. Okay, May 31st. And then an additional 30 days for the SBA to continue processing applications after that May 31st deadline up to June 30th to send funding out. This has not happened yet at all in the Paycheck Protection Program. Typically, May 31st, let me just back up, March 31st, okay, would have been the date that the application had to be in and processed and funds reach you, okay? So this really changes the game, because March 31st could have left millions of people out there in limbo where they submitted and they're stuck. They didn't get any funds. They didn't get approved. They thought they were in time, and they're just stuck there, okay? Because this deadline is going to extend 30 days past, the funding will still be able to reach all the applicants. It'll allow processing to happen at the SBA so that you could still get your funding, right? Even after the deadline closes, and I think that makes a lot of sense. Check out my video I posted here yesterday. It's a big video on getting our gross incomes adjusted from net, okay? We're going to be reaching out to all of our congressmen and women on this one. We need all the support of this channel here. So check out the video. It's a big video. We're going to be asking and commenting and posting daily news around PPP and the frustrations of all the millions of applicants out there who, I'm estimating it's like 4.5 million people who are stuck with net right now and have no possibility at this point to get it changed over to gross if they got their draw 1 or draw 2. So everybody that was on the ball was left out in the cold, okay? And that seems to be a big unfairness. So we're going to urge Congress to pass a law to get this changed. So check us out in that video. Remember, leaving comments below enters you into my next giveaway. When I hit 20,000 subscribers, I'm picking one lucky comment from all my subscribers to send $500 to. I just did this 2 Saturdays ago. It was a pretty awesome moment for the channel. We hit 10,000 subscribers. If you need help figuring out what kind of comment to leave, just let us know where you are in your PPP round 1 or round 2. All right, it'll just help other viewers on this channel to know where you applied, if you got yourself funded, and if you're able to use your gross income versus your net income. I mean, the next steps here, it's going to be up to you, okay? Take some of the stimulus money and get out there and start changing your future. possibly start a new business. I'm always looking for new investors and new partners in my B&B management, in my short-term rentals, or you can get out there and start investing. Right now in the description, you could check out Webull or BlockFi. Webull wants to give you 2 free stocks valued up to $2,800 after you deposit $100 into the platform. And BlockFi, depositing anywhere between $50 and $250 to secure your cryptocurrencies, can earn you 8.6%. That's pretty huge, okay? I use both of these platforms each and every day. Webull's pretty cool. They let you play these games. Like, check this out. I get to spin this wheel. All I did was invited some friends to join the platform, and then they gave me a chance to spin the wheel, and I just won a bunch of stocks. Pretty cool, right? And check this out. The other day, I won that. $262 worth of free Facebook stocks. Pretty awesome stuff. Webull's really trying to help you build a portfolio here, and I think they do a great job at it. If you need further assistance outside of my free content, you could sign up for a one-on-one consultation with me. You can find it pinned in the top comment. Also, find me on Instagram. You can go to the description, find me on Instagram. Don't follow anybody else on this channel asking to meet them on Instagram or WhatsApp. They want to steal your money, okay? I'm finding this out more and more each day that they want to charge you a lot of money to help do this process, okay? I wouldn't trust any of them. Thank you all again, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.